Thursday morning, August 28th, 1958. The McNaughton Farm. Douglas McNaughton's been up since daybreak, getting the chores done before thrashing. Nowadays, you don't see many of the old-fashioned stationary thrashing machines. They don't make them anymore, and there aren't too many of these outfits left in service. Angus McNaughton and his son Douglas run a dairy farm near Huntingdon, 50 miles from Montreal. The McNaughtons have farmed this earth for the last 60 years, ever since the first of the clan came to this country from Scotland. Thrashing day is a big one for the women, but Mrs. McNaughton says there's nothing to it compared with 40 years ago.
I want to keep them waiting on a good day. I wonder if I should start them on the electric stove or this will be right here. But we can stuff these pies in the middle of the cooling.
"40 years ago, they used the old iron steamers to power a thrasher. Nowadays, it's diesel-driven. But just as it did in the old days here, the thrasher stands by the barn, and the real work still is done with a pitchfork.
Fields of corn, give up your ears, now your ears are heavy. Wheat and oats and barley steers, all your harvest levy. Where your sheaves of plenty lean, then once more the grain shall glean of the ever-living. God the Lord will bless the field, bringing in its autumn yield, gladly to thanksgiving. Vine sent in your bunch of grapes, now the bunch is clustered. Be your gold and purple shades round the altar mastered. Where the hanging bunches shine, then once more shall taste the wine of the ever-living. God the Lord will bless the root, bringing in its autumn fruit, gladly to thanksgiving.
This year, the crop is 2 weeks late because of all the rain. It's a good one, though. It's still a bit too damp to load because of the morning's heavy dew. So turn it over, spread it out in the sun. It'll be half an hour before it's dry enough to load and thrash. But a heavy dew means a good sunny day ahead. Spring, you plant it. Summer, it grows if the weather's with you. Late summer, you bind it and stook it and let it ripen fully. Fall, you thrash it. Winter, chop it to feed the cows. All year round, morning and evening, you milk the cows, and once a day, ship the milk to Montreal.
Hi. Come on in. Hi. that slow this morning?
They're just turning.
Oh, I see. Grandpa driving the tractor?
No, nobody is.
There are 40 acres of oats to thrash. In the time-honored way, the neighbors come with their teams and tractors to help get it in. Pitching in the fields isn't too bad until the chaff starts sticking to the sweat under your shirt, or when you get a thistle in your boot. The man on top has it worst, keeping up to the men below. Building a square load that won't tip over if you hit a rut.
You know what I do? I work with a dull knife. With what? Dull knife. I don't try to feel afraid with a sharp knife. It's a dull knife. Oh, dull knife. So if it happens to slip, they just won't cut my finger. Smart, eh? Well, we'll learn tricks. Yeah. Learn lots of tricks. That's why we put the TV right in the kitchen instead of the put the unit there. Who's getting strong now? See, the kid is going the wrong way.
Around the thrasher, the work is even tougher, and feeding the mill has its dangers. There are, of course, lots of stories the old folks like to tell of thrashings they heard of when they were young. The story of Jimmy Martin. Nobody missed him till a boot came flying out of the blower. The time Uncle Fred's watch dropped into the thrasher. They stopped the machine and held up the thrashing for half an hour while he crawled in among the screens looking for it. It wasn't till next January he found it, in the bottom of the grain bin. Good as new, not a scratch on it. It's hard work, and there's no let-up, except a minute between loads. Nobody'd admit it, but sometimes you wish the belt would break, to give you a chance to take a breather.
Sally there? Who's she? Alistair. Allie. Yeah.
3 generations of McNaughton women in the kitchen. At 12 noon, sharp, a piping hot dinner for 15 men has to be on the table.
Like raisin pies? Maybe I brought a cake, Okay, honey.
Oh, Lynn better not have a nice day.
That's cheap. Hey.
Hey, honey, we bowl. Did you bring me a note?
Hello, Mr. McNaughton.
Oh, good morning, Mr. McGee. How are you?
Bad.
Well, what did Mommy send over for you?
Lots going on here
Hey?
today, eh?
Yes, we're kind of busy. Ration time is usually pretty busy.
Is, you got a place for me around here?
Well, we'll try. Squeeze you in someplace.
Are you looking for a job or a piece of pie, Mr. McGee?
Well, I was just wondering if I could stay for lunch. Would be okay?
Oh, that's just fine, sure.
You get
always-
rested.
Well, you want to? You want
Always
a
room
candy?
for one more, you
You
know.
want a candy? Hold that
What are you
then.
having for dinner?
Oh, you just stick around a little bit.
Angus McNaughton, like other farmers in this area, still keeps a team of horses, useful in deep snow and spring mud. Some of the young men, in one way, regret mechanization. With the passing of the horse, they feel they've missed something. Their fathers had the chance to see the West on the famous harvest excursions before the day of the combines, a chance their sons haven't got.
Too bad we haven't got an extra 240 for you.
That's too bad, eh?
In 10 years or so, a combine will harvest these fields too, and the ancient harvest image of rows of stooks on a stubble field will have disappeared. For thousands of years, farmers have helped each other with the harvest. It used to be with a scythe and a wooden flail and a winnowing basket. What it will be 1,000 years from now, no one can tell. But one thing will not change: the power of the earth under the sun to become fruitful. And men will always take pleasure in the harvest.
I gave her cakes and I gave her ale, and I gave her sack and sherry. I kissed her once and I kissed her twice, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes and I gave her wine, and I gave her salt and sherry. I kissed her lips and I kissed her my lips, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes and I gave her wine, and I gave her salt and sherry. I kissed her lips and I kissed her my lips, and we were wondrous merry. I gave her cakes and I gave her wine, and I gave her salt and sherry. I kissed her lips and I kissed her my lips, and we were wondrous merry. I kissed her lips and I kissed her my lips, and we were wondrous merry.
Shirley. Want to answer the phone, Shirley, please? Yes.
I got the soap. Well, I'm still crying. No, that ever happened. Oh, I better take off my watch. You can't wash it. Watch on your watch. You should have shaved this morning, hey. Who? You.
There's a 12-pound roast, 6 apple pies, 5 raisin pies, beets, carrots, potatoes, baked beans and brown sugar, sweet mustard, pickles, sliced tomatoes, comb honey, and cheese.
You know what? No. You washing your head? Everyone. Because it's good, clean water.
Hurry up.
Alex says, go home and give me a clean shirt.
Don't take it all, let it left away. Oh, my God. You got to
No. There's up in that stall. You gonna do? Take a bath, buddy?
You hungry?
Watching you two boys get washed.
Right.
Got inspector.
Go on, and nobody's gonna look at you anyway.
The neighbors get together to thrash each farm in turn. Today the McNaughtons, next week another place. So the dinner table becomes the scene of an unspoken competition in generosity among the housewives. It's a point of honor to set a lavish table.
Thank you.
Just pass that around, please. Help yourself and pass it around.
Well, thanks.
Can I take that? Dad, what would you like? Anything in fashion?
How's the wife keeping, honey? Or, The home is never the same without a family transfer, so it's
Everybody feels they've earned every bite of dinner. It's a real man's meal. No fancy manners, lots of joshing, and no limit to what you can ask for.
You're not looking?
No.
No thanks, I'll pass it down for you.
So what's bring us more beans?
Walter, want some more meat?
You board yourself or you?
No. I eat in this.
Oh, yeah.
Radio says somebody
Are you getting along?
Someone took a lot of sick guys.
Hungry? You're not fine. Kenny, could you have any more?
Any more for me?
What's the matter? You on a diet?
Maybe I can set it there.
Must be down here.
How was your crop this year, Clifford?
Harvest is the time when neighborliness becomes a real thing. Men joined in the fellowship of the dinner table. It's almost by right that the older men have the floor, to embroider the exploits of their past and spoof the foibles of the younger men.
You know why? I never heard Clifford talk so little as he is today.
What's wrong with me? Must be sick today.
He's an old man. He's an awful man to talk. It's a long time since I had a big dinner like this. Years ago. Thank you. Well, you don't work the way you're working today.
They'll be here tomorrow too for dinner. With a late start this morning, they can't finish off today. But nobody's going to hurry on that account. There's an old tradition of harvesting. After lunch, half an hour to relax and chew the fat.
They says they're gonna have a lot more this year. A cup of calf and a horse and a bull.
I thought you had to wire it crossed by the time they didn't have any cows. It changed. And the color all that relies on hydraulics.
But yet the new tractors is so much more. They're more complicated, but still they're much more convenient to work with. I mean, a man can do anything with a tractor today. You can have scrapers, you can remove ditch banks with a scraper, you can pick up his load and drive over and dump it. He can, when he's using a machine, he sits on there instead of moving levers, all he moves is hydraulic lever with one finger. His machine will lower up and down.
Yeah. There was automatic cars like they advertised on the Dave Garvey show there one morning. All you do is push buttons. Oh, yes. My gosh, if something happens to the battery, you're in a pretty bad spot, though.
Oh, well, that's different.
My gosh, they all work on the battery.
Well, that's the same as the old tractors. As long as you had a magneto, and the magneto never went dead, what else did you have to go wrong?
Supposing you, the button opens your door, and the battery runs down or something there, boys, you just stay in there.
Yeah.
You can't get out, make you break the door or window.
No.
They were mostly shatterproof glass.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the windshield, anyway.
Yeah.
It's in a bad spot.
Don't do that. You got a good joke, tell us, Mrs. O'Donnell?
Yes, I never hear that one about the gentleman going into the restaurant, you know, and
Some people say those hydrogen bombs, they figured it had something to do with, like, disturbing the air currents. Wow.
But gee whiz, we had that kind of weather before they ever started that atomic bombs. I mean, when I was a kid, like this fellow and younger, before they ever started any of that, we used to have bad weather like that.
Yeah. No, I think
they've had snow in June. My father talked about having snow in June.
Yeah, I remember one time we had snow in June. The milk cows was out, and we put them in the morning. They were all covered with snow.
Yep. I guess that's all, ladies. That's all for today.
Is that everything?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Call again.
What about the other one?
That's the work school days. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thanks a lot.
That's all.
Thank you very much. Do that one. Good. You're not going to do that one?
Where did these go?
That's the law. That's the law.
There's such a pull from the moon. They figured on that maybe if they ever got on there, they'd never make it back again. Just a one-way trip. I don't know if they'll ever get anything that'll be powerful enough to get away from it. Once you get so close to there, it just pulls you right on. That's what there's some science talking about that. That's what they're afraid of. They pull. You never get away from the moon if you ever land on it. So I don't know. They might figure out a way of doing it. I doubt it though. That's getting pretty close to God, I'm afraid.
Oh, come on, boys. We better get to work.
Yes, sir. Just about time, I guess.
For grandchildren, this is a day of pleasures and discoveries. The kind of day that plants in each of us a memory of the earth and its wonders. A memory that later years can never take away. Another year to mark on the unnumbered roll. The season has been kind, the crop's a good one, and it's nearly in. Another year to marvel and give thanks for all the bounty and the beauty of our earth.
Let other folk make manifest